Okay, so this will be a quick video on how best to utilize the path log. So here we have a patient who comes in, say they have a spot on their chest that they're concerned about. So we do a NUB biopsy. We click on procedure biopsy. So what this procedure biopsy does, it automatically creates a section within the path log to evaluate later. So here, the patient came in, rule out BCC, we can hit save. So here, you can say where you're sending the specimen, who's doing the technical and professional components. We can say send date is today, save, and then you have to sign the note in order for the biopsy specimen to be added to the path log. That's very important. Okay, so here the note is signed. So now we can access the path log. So by default, it will start where you were last. So here we have pending results. So these are biopsy specimens that have been taken, but the diagnosis is not available. So here we can see we did this specimen today. We have no diagnosis. So a good way to keep track of biopsies that have been done that you don't have results on. So if we click on this patient and it goes to their specimen, we can say, okay, yes, it said if you have a connection with the pathology company, then the diagnosis will automatically go in. And in that case, we do have in-house path, which automatically connects in. But in this case, if you have the specimen or if you have the result, you can write in the diagnosis and you can upload the pathology report here. So you'll hit save. So now this specimen has a diagnosis, so it will automatically move to the to be worked on section. So once the specimen, so if your staff puts in the diagnosis, here we have these 3 specimens, and here we have the test specimen that we added a diagnosis. So as far as efficiency, basically my staff will put in the diagnosis, or the diagnosis will automatically pop up like in this case, and either me or my office manager or someone that I designate will be responsible for deciding what to do with the specimen. So in this case, I will go through the pathology log and I will say, okay, this was left upper chest, was a basal cell. I will send a note titled biopsy from 1/5. Oops. BCC left chest, so we know what we're talking about, especially if the patient had more than one biopsy on the same date. Please call patient and schedule for excision. And then I will send this to whoever I designate. In this case, it's Matilda in my New York office, and done. Now the memo is sent. She takes care of it. So as soon as, so she will get a message. She'll call the patient. If the patient is then scheduled for an appointment and they have the appointment date here, she will then go into the path log and click schedule. The reason why we find this to be very helpful is this now falls under the schedules tab. So here we have 2 patients. So this patient had an excision, so therefore they're complete. So if we have patients listed here that are scheduled for a basal cell and that cancel their appointment, we will have them in this area so that we can evaluate if anyone has not had any skin cancers treated. And then once finished, we hit complete and it goes into the completed section, so we can go through this list if necessary for any future questions.